Hare Krishna. Request blessings from all the devotees so that I can glorify the Lord. Jayo Jayo Shri Chaitanya Jayo Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jayo Jayo Shri Chaitanya Jayo Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jayo Jayo Shri Chaitanya Jayo Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jayo Jayo Shri Chaitanya Jayo Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Welcome all the devotees to this class. I request mercy from all the devotees once again and my Diksha Guru, my Shiksha Guru, Srila Prabhupada, to bless me so that I can glorify the Lord. So we are going to read from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 12, and we stopped at text 177. We will continue reading from 177 because there is a continuity from there. I would request devotees, at least few devotees to turn on their audios and videos. We would like to have some interaction. Yeah, so not just one-way communication. Hare Krishna. So text 177. सर्वभौमे प्रभु वासना छेन वाम पासे दुई भक्तेर स्नेह देखी सर्वभौम हासे. So the translation goes like this. The Lord made Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya sit on his left side. And when Sarvabhauma saw the behavior of Swarup Damodar and Jagnananda, he smiled. So what is the name of the chapter that we are reading? Hare Krishna. Are devotees actually hearing or just turned on the mobile, joined the meeting and kept on the side? Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु.
Yes, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
आपने कुछ बोला, मैं कुछ सुना नहीं.
मेरा ऑडियो भी क्लियर है क्या? ऑडियो स्क्रीन
everything
शेयरिंग.
is clear. Everything is clear.
Okay.
Video and audio both clear.
Okay, so I asked, what is the name of the chapter we are reading? We are in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter number 12.
गुंडीचा मार्जना.
We are doing Guņḍicā Marjan. ठीक है. And what is this compared to? What is Guņḍicā Marjana compared to? Yeah, request devotees to stay unmute. As long as there is no noise around you, please stay unmute.
आवाज नहीं आ रहा था प्रभु आपका लास्ट.
अभी आया? हरि बोल.
For me it is
Other
perfect. Prabhu.
Yes. Now okay. So
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Sadhu Pranam.
Yes, Pranam Mataji. So गुंडीचा मर्जन को किससे कंपेयर किया था?
Prabhuji, cleansing of heart.
Cleansing of heart. ठीक है. Why do we need to clean the heart?
All our in Hare Krishna Prabhuji, in our heart anartha nivrittis are there. It has to be clean so that we can clean by the chanting of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra.
Okay, but why I am supposed to clean? अगर गंदा है तो क्या problem?
गंदा है तो Lord will never come and sit in our heart. Lord needs our heart to be clean, inside and
Okay.
internal and external both.
Thank you, Mataji. Very nice. So, in this chapter, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is himself cleaning the temple. And not just himself, he is engaging all the devotees in cleaning the temple. And after Guņḍicā Marjan is over, they are distributing Mahaprasad. And the Lord himself has Mahaprasad, and all the devotees are also having Mahaprasad. So in this text, the Lord is requesting Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya to sit on his left side. And when Sarvabhauma saw the behavior of Swarup Damodar and Jagadananda, he smiled. So let us understand, who Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is. Does anyone want to share?
Prabhu, he is Brihaspati Prabhu.
Okay. Then
And I
in
think, if I'm
Chaitanya,
not wrong, he's the priest of, I think, what is it? Maharaj name, I forgot.
okay, we will see in some time. Okay. So there was a pastime about him as well in the Madhya lila itself. Yeah. So let's read a couple of texts and then discuss more about him. सर्वभौमे देयाना प्रभु प्रसाद उत्तम स्नेहा करी बार बार कारण भोजना. Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also wanted to offer Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya first class food. Therefore, out of affection, he had the servers put first class food on his plate again and again. Text 179. गोपीनाथाचार्य उत्तम महाप्रसादानि सर्वभौमे दिया कहे सुमधुर वाणी. So Gopinath Acharya also brought first class food and offered it to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya while speaking sweet words. So now let us go back to the question, who is Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and what was his relation with Gopinath Acharya? Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, he is the brother-in-law of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya.
Correct. Yeah, so he is brother-in-law of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. See, while serving prasadam, he is also speaking sweet words. Yeah. So this tells how to serve prasadam, how to behave with devotees. That is very important. People remember how they are treated. Okay. So this sweet words is equally important as the prasadam. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is requesting that you serve him first class prasadam. But along with the prasadam, Gopinath Acharya is also serving sweet words. There is a history. Yeah. So in Madhya lila, chapter number 6, it is explained how Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was transformed by Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yeah, so he was like an expert scholar and following the Mayavad philosophy. And then, he explains, he tells Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that I will explain you the Vedanta philosophy. You are a very renounced person, you are a sannyasi. So it is important that you understand what is the Vedanta philosophy. So he is trying to explain the Vedanta philosophy. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu hears him patiently. This goes on for 7 days. And after that he says, well, I heard you, but I don't think I follow you. I don't think I understand what you say. And then, they speak about the Atmaram verse. First, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu hears from him on the Atmaram verse in 9 different ways, and then he requests, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya requests that, okay, you tell me what is your understanding. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explains him in 18 different ways on the Atmaram verse. And then Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he accepts that, this guy is not an ordinary sannyasi, he is Supreme Lord himself. He surrenders unto the Lord, he accepts the path of bhakti, and that is how he gets transformed from a jnani or the follower of Mayavad philosophy into a devotee. Yeah. So let's continue reading. Text 180. कहाँ भट्टाचार्येर पूर्व जड़ व्यवहार कहाँ ई प्रेमानंद करह विचार. After serving the Bhattacharya with first class prasadam, Gopinath Acharya said, just consider what the Bhattacharya's previous mundane behavior was. Just consider how at present he is enjoying transcendental bliss. So what he is telling here is that, how was the past life or how was the life of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya before he accepted the path of bhakti. And now that he has accepted the path of bhakti, see how different it is for him. Yeah. Anyone would like to share their own realizations? How were they before and how were they after? What kind of transformation did you undergo? Your own or someone else's?
Actually, here when Bhattacharya meets Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was explaining the Tatparya of Srimad Bhagavatam. What is the essence of Bhagavatam, he was explaining. Actually, one realization is that he is the Supreme Personality of Lord, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who knows everything, whatever, because he is the prime cause of everything. And even in spite of knowing everything, the Veda, Vedanta Sutra and everything, but he will be kept quiet. He will just silent himself and he reveals what is the Tatparya. Actually, normally in our human beings, we will know little bit, but we will think that we know everything. And we feel that we know everything and we will do. Here the thing is, knowing everything, being quiet like Lord, we have to learn. Knowing he knows everything, he is the cause of everything, but he will be calm and he listens everything. Very calmly he listens, simply like that. But our human beings, like we know little bit, we will chat, we will be doing more and more. So that is my realization, how the Lord is very calmly listening to all the things, but still and he will give the results of that. See, that is what the lesson we have to learn from this conversation, actually.
Nice, Prabhu. But, what I am asking is, see, this text, it is telling, Gopinath Acharya is telling that, look how Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was before. And now how he is enjoying the transcendental bliss. Yeah. So similarly, many of us, we have gone a significant transformation in our lives. Before we accepted the path of bhakti, and after we have accepted path of bhakti, I am sure all of us have, undergone some transformation. So yeah, Narnarayan Prabhu is raising his hand. So Prabhu, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji's Danat Pranam, Sabko Danat Pranams. So, really, after practicing the Krishna consciousness, not myself, my family feeling very good. we face one issue, but during this issue from last we can say more than 1.5 year, patiently we are facing this difficult challenge. And during this 1.5 year, our conviction to our faith to the Lord is increased. So we are very much thankful to the Srila Prabhupada and his total army, my Shiksha Guru, my Diksha Guru, and all the colleagues. So definitely by this, we get more improvements, and our otherwise we might have get deviated from our path to the different path. Hari Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. Sachi Premi Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Prabhu, my realization is that priorities change. In the sense, previously priority was to my side only. For example, I'll give you example also. Whenever I go for shopping, I used to think about myself. Now, wherever I go, I think about lot shopping only first thing. In that way, we prioritize which is the important one. That's it. That is my understanding.
Thank you, Mataji. Yeah, and many people change. Yeah, so after learning the four regulative principles, people change their lifestyle, people change their diet. Those who they are used to sleeping, late in Tamogun, they start waking up early, doing Mangala Aarti. People cook for their own pleasure, they start cooking for the Lord. So this process is a transformational process. Yeah, Bhagavatam calls it Viplav. Viplav is like a revolution. Our scriptures are meant to bring about a revolution in the life of common people. Any volunteer to read the purport? It's on my screen. Okay, I can continue reading. Yeah, someone is there?
Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
Prabhu.
Yes, please read.
Okay, Hare Krishna Prabhuji and Mataji, Dhanvat Pranam. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was previously a Samrata Brahmana. That is, one who strictly followed the Vedic principles on the mundane platform. On this mundane platform, one cannot believe that prasadam is transcendental, that Govinda is the original form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And is that a Vaishnava is a liberated person? These transcendental consider are out of the ordinary Vedic scholar jurisdiction. Most Vedic scholars are called Vedantas. These so-called followers of Vedanta philosophy consider the absolute truth to be impersonal. They also believe that a person born on a particular caste cannot change his caste until he dies and takes his rebirth. The Samrita Brahmana also uncontaminated originally Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was subject to all the rules and regulations of the Vedic principles of the mundane platform. Now, Gopinath Acharya pointed out how Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya has been converted by causeless mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Being converted, Sarvabhauma partook of prasadam with the Vaishnavas. Indeed, he sat by the side of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Yeah. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was a Smarta Brahman, follower of Mayavadi philosophy. They don't believe in the form of the Lord, and hence they don't accept, that prasadam is also transcendental. So Gopinath Acharya is pointing out here that how he has transformed himself by the mercy of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now he is sitting next to the Supreme Lord himself and taking prasadam of the Lord. Yeah. Now Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya starts speaking. Sarvabhauma kahe ami tarkik kubuddhi tomar prasade morai sampat siddhi. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya replied to Gopinath Acharya, I was simply a less intelligent logician. But by your grace, I have received this opulence of perfection. महाप्रभु बिना केहा नाही दया माया काके रे गरुड़ा करे ऐछा को नहाया. But for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya continued, who is so merciful, he has converted a crow into a Garuda. Who could be so merciful? So this analogy of crow also comes in Srimad Bhagavatam. There is a very wonderful verse. Tadvag visargo janatag viplavo yasmin pratishloki abadhavatyapi नामानि अनन्तस्य यशो अंकितानि यत् शृण्वन्ति ग्रायन्ति गृह्णन्ति साधवा. So this compares the verses of Bhagavatam. Even if they are very imperfect, they are pure and they are accepted by all the sadhus. Yeah. And in addition to that, this another verse, it says, Nayad vachaschitra padam hareryasho jagat pavitram praganita karhichit tadvayasam tirthamusanti manasa nayatra hamsa nirmantu sikshaya. So this verse states that those words which do not describe the glories of the Lord, they are considered like a place of pilgrimage for the crows. So here Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is telling that I was like a crow and now Lord has converted me into a Garuda. Garuda is an excellent servant of the Lord, top class servant of the Lord. Yeah, so I have become a devotee of the Lord. What does the crow do? How is the behavior of the crow? What does he speak? How is the birds of the crow? Hare Krishna.
Mundane activities, Prabhu, and crow will go and sit in the dirty places, and Hamsa
Correct.
will the place where the devotees will sit. Hamsa also been compared like a devotees where Bhagavad Gita is the place where they sit. But crows are the bad things, dirty places, mundane activities will sit.
Thank you, Mataji. Yeah. So in those two
And
verses of
one more
Bhagavatam,
thing, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
yes, Prabhu.
And one more thing. Hansa will take, if there is water and milk mixed condition, he will take the milk only. He will not take unnecessary things. Hare.
So what does that mean? Taking milk and water from the mixture of milk and water. What is that meaning?
It
It
is
is essence.
Yes. Take what is important and leave the rest. Yeah. So those words which are not describing the glories of the Lord are useless. So social media, some of us use. So we have to check how much of social media is about the Lord and his devotees and how much is mundane activities. Yeah. Other literature, newspapers, business literature, everything. We have to see how much time we are spending there and how much time we are spending on the path of bhakti. This verse is telling it is all useless, like a crow, like singing of the crow. Okay. Next, text 183. Tarkika Shrigala Sange Behu Behu Kari Se Mukhe Ebe Sada Kahi Krishna Hari. In the association of the jackals known as logicians, I simply continued to bark a resounding Behu Behu. Now from the same mouth I am chanting the holy names Krishna and Hari. So first he calls himself a crow, that I am speaking nonsense. Okay. And now he says, I was barking like a jackal. No one likes to hear the sound of a jackal. It is considered, you see, in movies, if you hear the sound of a crying jackal, that is considered now the ghost will come, or a horror movie. So it is not considered very auspicious. Yeah. So here he says, I was just speaking some nonsense as a gnani, but now I am chanting the holy names of the Lord. कहाँ बाहिर्मुख तार्किक शिष्य गण संगे, कहाँ ए संग शुद्ध समुद्र तरंगे. Whereas I once associated with the disciples of logic, all non-devotees, I am now merged in the waves of the nectarian ocean of the association of devotees. I request someone to read the purport.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I can read the purport.
Yes, Mataji.
Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur explained the word Bahirmukha refers to a person who is are very busy tasking material enjoyment. Such person always poses himself as an enjoyer of the eternal energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Being attracted by the external appearances, the non-devotee always forget his intimate relationship with Krishna. Such a person does not like the idea of becoming Krishna consciousness. This is explained by the Srila Prahlad Maharaj in Srimad Bhagavatam 7.5.30 to 31.
Okay, okay, Mataji. Yeah.
Okay.
So let us discuss so far, um, and then continue. Yeah. So here, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is explaining Bahir Mukha. So what is Bahir Mukha? Is I have turned away the face. From whom? From the Lord. And a person who has turned away from the Lord, what does he do? He is busy enjoying, the material aspects of this world. So he thinks he is the enjoyer of the external energy of the Lord. Uh, he gets attracted by the opulence. And because of this, he forgets that he is an eternal servant of the Lord. We have experienced that, हम कितना भी try कर ले, some people, they will not accept Krishna. Yeah. So now Prahlad Maharaj is trying to explain the behavior of these people, why it is like this. Yeah, we will recite these verses, and I think we will focus on some of the words as well from this. Srimad Bhagavatam 7, 5, 30 and 31. Yeah. So Shri Prahlada Uvacha Matirna Krishne Parata Svatova Nitho Abhipadyeta Graha Vratana Adanta Gobir Vishatam Tamishram Puna Punaschar Vitacharvanana. So the first word is Mati. What is your understanding of the word Mati? Who prays that my Mati be always be focused in you? In Bhagavatam, one great personality, one great devotee of the Lord, he says that let my
Bhishma
Mati be always. Who is that?
Bhishma,
ji.
Bhishma
Bhishma
Pitama.
Pitama. Okay, what is Mati?
Mati means mind, intelligence.
Buddhi, yeah.
Okay, other devotees, what is your understanding of Mati? Haribol, do we have people in the class?
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna,
Only
Prabhuji.
you.
Prabhuji,
Yes.
Mati is Buddhi, Prabhuji, intelligence. Mati is
Okay.
mind also.
Okay, Buddhi, mind, intelligence, more. What is Mati?
Prabhuji, wisdom also to know what is right and what is wrong.
Okay. More answers.
Buddhi Prabhu. Buddhi means Mati means not intelligent, not this one is Buddhi. or the situation. Yeah, situation can change.
Okay,
Not
more people.
mm,
Prabhu, consciousness of the soul to be always in surrender to
Yes.
the Lord.
Okay, so one is consciousness. We have heard buddhi. We have heard intelligence. More. Hare Krishna. Okay, inclination. So if we read the word to word translation here, Prabhupada here is translating mati as inclination. In other places, it is also translated into consciousness. Um, See, each one of us has a certain type of inclination. Our mind has a certain home. Yeah. If we are not doing anything, then by default, the mind will go to its home. Yeah. Yes, Prabhu, inclination or devotional attitude. Yeah. So that's right. All the answers are correct. So Prahlad Maharaj, what he's saying here is that you know uh, persons who are too addicted to materialistic life, they do not progress. And what are they doing? They are chewing the chew. Their inclination towards Krishna is never aroused, either by the instruction of others or by their own efforts, or a combination of the both. So what this verse is telling us is that Bhogeshwarya prasaktanam tayapaharta chetasam vyavasayatmika buddhi samadhavna vidiyate. Right? So those who are too attracted by material conditions, they will never develop inclination towards Krishna. Okay, and mati is very important. While we were in Houston, one very senior devotee, he always, anyone comes and gives him obeisances, pays respects to him, he says, Krishnar matir mastu. He will bless like that. So may your mati always be in Krishna. We should also check what is the default home of our mind, and is it Krishna or is it something else? And we should then try and practice that the default home for our mind becomes Krishna. All right, let us read the next text also and see what Prahlad Maharaj wants to say there. One important term there was puna punas charvita charvananam. So we are chewing the chew. What does that mean? We have seen cows and we have seen buffaloes. They eat once and then they keep on chewing later on. Similarly, we have also spent so many lifetimes enjoying material sense gratification, but we keep on continue doing the same, even though there is no juice in that. Yeah, like chewing a chewing-gum or sugarcane. Once the juice is taken out, it is like just chewing that fiber. It is no longer tasty, but still less intelligent people, they continue to derive taste in the same. Yeah. Text 31. न ते विदुस्वार्थगतिं हि विष्णु दूराशया ये बहिरर्थमानिना अंधा यथान्धेरुपनानि मानस तेऽपि स तन्त्र्यम् उरुदमानि बद्ध. So those people who are entrapped in enjoying material life and they have accepted a similar guru who is blind to spiritual life, they don't understand that the goal of life is to return back to Godhead and engage in the service of Vishnu. So let us understand some words here. Yeah. Swartha, selfishness. What is my interest in? Yeah. So my interest is in Vishnu, is in serving Vishnu. So these people, they don't understand what their self-interest is in. Okay, Prahlad Maharaj is telling here that If you don't understand this, your life is wasted. Okay. Now let us continue to read the purport. I would request a volunteer. Can you please continue to read this paragraph? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Shall I read?
Yes, please read.
Materialists who are overly attracted to the material body, material world, and material enjoyment, who cannot control their material senses, are carried to the darkest region of material existence. Such people cannot become Krishna consciousness, either by themselves or by congregational effort. Such people do not understand that the goal of life of a human for a human being is to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu. A human life is specially meant for this purpose, and one has to go through the all kinds of penances and austerities and set aside the propensity for sense gratifications. Materialists always remain blind because they are always guided by blind rascals. A materialistic person considers himself free to act as he likes. He does not know that they are rigidly controlled by the stringent laws of nature, nor does he know that he has to transmigrate from one body to another and not in perpetually root in material existence. Such rascals and foolish people are lured by the prayers of their foolish leaders for sense gratification, and they cannot understand what is meant by Krishna consciousness. The material world exists outside the spiritual sky, and foolish materialistic cannot estimate the extent to the material sky. What then can he know of the spiritual sky? Materialist simply believes their imperfect senses and do not take instructions from the revealed scriptures. According to Vedic civilization, one has to see through the authority of the revealed scriptures, Shastra Chakshu. One should see everything through the medium of the Vedic literature. In this way, one can distinguish between the spiritual world and the material world. Those who ignore such instructions cannot be convinced to the existence of the spiritual world because they have forgotten their spiritual identity. Such materialistic take this material world as the all in all. They are therefore called Bahirmukha. Hare Krishna. Murli. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. So, we have seen the word Andhata Mishram. So this is a hellish planet. Yeah. So such materialists, they cannot come out from this cycle of birth, death, old age, and disease. And they are thrown into the darkest region. Yeah. So the description of hellish planets comes in Bhagavatam. And it's a very scary discussion. There is no sunlight. Yeah, it is very, very scary. So people who do not take to bhakti, perpetually they will continue in this cycle of birth and death. And we have seen, how even demigods, uh, they can come under the influence of Maya. And Indra, once he comes as a hog, he is not willing to go back. He says, no, I am happy here. So similarly, so many people in this world, they do not know what is their swartha, what is their self-interest. So having understood, it becomes our duty to engage them somehow or the other. People who are not directly interested, we can engage them indirectly, but help them. Bhagavatam 5.5.18, it tells that if you are a real well-wisher, a parent, a brother, a sister, yeah, a son or daughter, then you should help your relative or your friend to get out of this cycle of birth and death. Otherwise, you should not accept that relation. You should not accept the responsibility of being a parent. Okay? There are 3 more verses to cover. The time is gone. So let's complete the episode and then we open up for discussion. Yeah. प्रभु कहे पूर्वे सिद्ध कृष्ण तोमार प्रीति तोमा संगे आमा सबर हाइले कृष्ण मति. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, from your previous birth you have been in Krishna consciousness. Thus you love Krishna so much that simply by your association we are all developing Krishna consciousness. Look at the greatness of the Lord here. Yeah. Uh, Lord himself transformed Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. But look at the appreciation he is giving to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. That because you have been Krishna conscious in the previous lifetime, you are now a great devotee. And because of your association, we are becoming Krishna consciousness. See, he is setting the standards of how not to take credit ourselves, but glorify the other person. Yeah. He could have easily said, oh, you were Mayavadi, I transformed you. Right? Someone can be like that. But Lord, he is giving the credit to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. No, this is your Purva Janma Sukriti that you have become a devotee. And not just that, it is because of you we are developing Krishnamati. So the behavior of the devotee should be like this, that just by looking at the person, just by looking at the uh, behavior of that person, one must be reminded of Krishna. भक्त महिमा बढ़ाइते भक्ते सुख दीते महाप्रभु विना अन्य नाही त्रिजगते. There is no one within these three worlds save for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is always so willing to increase the glories of the devotees and give them satisfaction. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is always glorifying the devotees. Yeah. So in this regard, one should consult the discussion between Kapil Dev and Devahuti on the subject matter of devotional service. This is found in Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto. So we have seen in 3rd canto how Lord, through Kardama Muni and Devahuti, he is setting the principles of devotional service. We get so many lessons of Grahasthashram from their life. Yeah. Lord always likes to give credit to his devotees. Let's take example of Arjun. Lord is telling him that, look, these people are already finished. You just take the credit. You take fight and take the credit yourself. Yeah. Lord wants Arjuna to be the hero. He wants his devotee always to be the hero. His plan is always going to work. Huh? I think I also heard this, Srila Prabhupada, and always, they say even about the Mayapur temple, he already had the vision. This is going to come. Yeah, but you take part and take the credit. Yeah. तबे प्रभु प्रकट्ये सब भक्तेर नाम लान पीठा पाना दियो इला प्रसाद करिया. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then took all the remnants of the food offered to Jagannath, such as cakes and sweet rice, and distributed them to all other devotees, calling them individually. So the Lord himself is distributing prasadam to all the devotees. I think Prabhu will stop here. So the theme stops here, and from the next verse, the next theme starts. Yeah. So Hare Krishna, all the devotees. Thank you for providing the opportunity to Shyam Hari Prabhu, to Ramanan Prabhu. This has definitely, provided me opportunity to study Chaitanya Charitamrita and speak whatever I could learn from it. If any devotees want to add any points, you are welcome. If you have any questions, we'll try to address, or the senior devotees can try to address. Hare Krishna. Any comments, any points to be added, devotees? Hare Krishna.
Very good, Prabhuji. Very nicely Explain very patiently, Hari Bol.
Okay, if there are no questions, no comments, we can close the meeting. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo. Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami ki jai. Dandavat pranam to the devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. How are you, Prabhu?
I am very good, Prabhu. Yeah, Hare Krishna. How are you doing?
Yeah, fine, Prabhu. I'm Saudi now.